Dragon's Den. This was the 13th series, I believe.
I believe so, Matt.
And was the first time ever that 3 of the 5 dragons were new incumbents of the Den. We had...
No. Theo Fafetis came back.
Well,
we had
classic Gary
Sarah
comedy.
Willingham, who was on The Restaurant, if you remember that, back in the day with Raymond Blanc. Nick something,
Jenkins.
Nick Jenkins, who's the man who founded Moonpig, of the annoying advert. And as Gary was alluding to, you've got Tuka Suleiman, who is a clothing magnate, as they would say.
And is the spit for Theo Fafetis.
I agree with you there, Gary, that it did seem a lot like, we'll cast someone who's very much like Theo, but yeah. I liked the New Dragons. I thought they all had their sort of style, especially Tuka, who I absolutely took to straight away. I feel it's lost a little bit of its bite. You saw a bit of fire in Sarah Willingham when she sort of had to go at that guy with the preposterous property crowdfunding thingy.
I think that the other dragons have been extremely generous with you. And the reason why I think they've been generous is because they're even discussing your business. This is the most disrespectful pitch from an individual. I never expected to sit here and be offended in this way. I mean, you've stood there and said, yeah, well, it was an option. I mean, it's just completely and utterly wasting our time. I'm out.
Both Tuka Suleiman and Nick Jenkins have never done any TV before. I think it showed for the most part.
I think I can't remember his name. Let's just call him Theo. Theo did quite well. I think he was quite.
Yeah, no, I agree. I liked him.
And maybe that's because he actually made some offers, and therefore maybe you saw more of him. And maybe we just have to wait for other episodes to see that. But yeah, the other two did look very in the background. Deborah Meaden and Peter Jones very much took charge of the episode.
As an hour-long piece of entertainment, it still works.
Yeah,
I would agree.
I just think it's a bit cliched now. I just think generally what's going to happen. You know who's going to get the offers. Like, for example, the girl, as soon as she sort of fumbled on her figures, that's it, you're out. You're not going to get an investment. Yeah. There's no, what's the word, like...
Surprises.
Surprises, yeah. If you've watched it for a long time, then you know exactly what's going to... If you're a new viewer, then I think you'll get into it.
I just doubt there would be any new view. It's like when they brought babies, I just don't know whether there'd be any new viewers to this.
I didn't watch Dragon's Den till... I think Hilary Devey was on it, so I was quite late to it.
I mean, they've made some changes, like just talking to them before they pitch.
Yeah.
Which I don't know whether it works or not. But the one change I would make, we don't need bloody Evan Davis.
No.
They don't need a host
friend of mine
for that.
successfully managed to convince his fiancée, now wife, that he was blind. And that his guide dog was just out of sight. I think I will watch more of Dragon's Den this year. I think a couple of series away, because I think the last series I watched was the Hilary Devey one, fully. I think has kind of meant that, I'm happy. And maybe they are doing too many of them. Maybe they need to do shorter blocks and a year apart.